all, I am K. Surya, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of ECE at SNS College of Technology. So you will see a video lecture series on the basics introduction to networks and layered architecture under the subject communication networks. So in this video, we will see about few basic concepts of data communication. So first we will see about what is data communication. So it is the transfer of data from one device to another via some form of transmission medium. Transferring data over a transmission medium between two or more devices, systems, or places is known as data communication. Nowadays, computing and telecommunications depend heavily on this data transmission, which makes a variety of applications conceivable, including email, video chatting, internet, and many more things. Let us see about few components in communication. A communication system is made up of the following components. First one is the message. A message is a piece of information that is to be transmitted from one person to another. It could be a text, an audio file, a video file, etc. Next one is sender. It is simply a device that sends the data messages. It can be a computer, mobile, telephone, laptop, video camera, or workstation, etc. Next one is the receiver. So it is a device that receives the messages. It can be a computer, telephone, mobile, workstation, etc. Next one is the transmission medium or the communication channel. Communication channels are the medium that connect two or more workstations. Workstations can be connected by either wired media or wireless media. And the last but not very important is the protocols, which is the set of rules. When someone sends a data, that is the sender, it should be understandable to the receiver also, otherwise it is meaningless. So for example, you consider one person is sending a message to another person. If that first person who is sending the message writes in Hindi and the receiver cannot understand Hindi, it is a meaningless conversation. So a set of rules that governs the data communication is known as a protocol. So it consists of syntax, semantics, and timing. Syntax is nothing but the format of the data block, and semantics is the meaning of each section in the data block, and timing is the speed and sequencing of the data. So a network is a set of devices which is connected to communication links. So distributed processing takes place inside the networks. So it is a task divided into multiple computers. Advantages of this is security or encapsulation, faster solving of problems, security through redundancy, and collaborative processing. Next important thing in the communication network is the transmission mode. So there are three types of transmission modes available: simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Simplex communication is also known as one-way communication, or we can say that it is a unidirectional communication in which one device only receives and another device only sends the data, and the devices uses their entire capacity of the channel to send the data in one direction. For example, you can say entering data using a keyboard is example, and listening music using a speaker, etc. are examples of simplex communication. The figure shows the one-way communication. The data flows only from the server to the monitor or from the keyboard to the CPU. Next one is half duplex communication. So it is a two-way communication, or we can say that it is a bidirectional communication in which both the devices can send and receive the data but not at the same time. So in the half duplex transmission, the entire capacity of a channel is taken over by whichever of the two devices is transmitting at the same time. Best example is walkie-talkies. Next one is full duplex communication. So it is a two-way communication, or we can say that it's a bidirectional communication in which both the devices can send and receive data at the same time. For example, mobile phones, landlines, etc. So next one is line configuration. So under line configuration, we have two types, point-to-point and multi-point communication. So point-to-point communication provides a dedicated link between the two devices, and the entire capacity of the link is reserved for the transmission between the two devices. Most point-to-point communication use an actual length of wire or cable to connect the two ends, but other options such as microwave or satellite links are also possible. Changing the television channels by infrared remote control establishes a point-to-point connection between the remote control and the television, which is an example for wireless point-to-point communication. So these are the examples of point-to-point communication through wired as well as wireless transmission mediums. Next one is multi-point communication. So it is also called as multi-drop connection, in which more than two specific devices share a single link. In a multi-point environment, the capacity of the channel is shared either spatially or temporally between the multiple devices. If several devices can use the link simultaneously, it is a spatially shared connection. If users must take turns, it is time shared connection. Hope you understood the basics of communication systems and what is line configuration and what is the transmission modes and different types of line configuration and transmission modes. Let us take up some assessment questions. A term that defines the direction of flow of information between the devices is known as transmission mode. Which of the following isn't a type of transmission mode? So we know that the transmission modes are simplex, full duplex and half duplex. So here the answer is physical. A dash configuration provides a dedicated link between the two devices. Yes, of course, the point-to-point communication provides a dedicated link between the devices. Thank you for watching this video.